Hey guys, so this was a team game that I played with a couple of my buddies. OG Khan is my buddy directly, and Maximus and One Figure Salute are his buddies. So they let me hop in and play some team ranked games with them, which was cool. We're playing against HRE, Abbasid, Ottomans, and Malians. This is on Golden Heights. Yeah, so let's see. We got French, Abbasid, and Rus Allies. So we got a good spread here. There's possibility of two boom civs as well as two aggro civs. Same with our opponents here. They have HRE, which is Boomy, Avacet, which is typically Boom, Ottoman, and Malian. So we decided to go into kind of into a Mangadai kind of a play here because we've got French knights, so they're going to be spears going there. We got Rus, who can go archers or knights, um, and Avacet, who should probably be booming. So the play was just kind of to be next to the French players' army and kind of going off of that, finding wherever we could. OG here, he's Rus and he spawns next to water, so that's really good for him. And yeah, we're just gonna see how this match just develops. I'm not super. Okay, alright, so he's going for his dock play early on. Just doing our 9-2 split for fast stage 2. One finger salute. Our French ally is he looks like he's setting up for fast stage 2 as well. He's got his gold production. Yeah, it's just pretty much standard play for everyone here. Um, he's picking up his deer bounty. We do one thing on Golden Heights is there's a ton of sheep on the Golden Heights where this hill is where all this gold is at. That is one big thing. There's always a ton of sheep there. So we've got 13 sheep running around through this area, which is really nice. Definitely a big boost to the eco. Doing that, knowing that that's there. Our enemies seemed like they didn't know. So we've got 16 sheep here. We're gonna buy a blues base on the way to ours, and we'll drop him off a couple. He's got a good amount of sheep here as well, but no one says no to a little bit of extra sheep. He's our French ally as well, so he's gonna definitely need the food for producing knights. And there was kind of a weird thing about this game. There's another blue player, so it did make things a little bit confusing a little bit later on, but it wasn't too bad, luckily. So Oji's getting his first um, fishing ships. We're tapping up with Silver Tree. This isn't particularly a strong trading map, but we do have an Avacet ally, and we can trade with this House of Wisdom right here. So we don't have to commit to the full cross map trade, and it's going to be nice that we can just trade here if we have to. School of Cavalry for France, no surprise there. He's tapping up as fast as possible, or faster than usual with 5 villagers. It's a little bit rushed, or he's a little bit behind on his build, one or the other. And yeah, let's see. Yeah, we're going for Mangada place. They're shift clicked from building the silver tree to over here, so they're gonna go directly onto there. And we've basically scouted out our side of the map completely, picked up everything we could in terms of sheep, and we're just now kind of starting to feel across the map to their side. Especially with OG being Roos, he's just been happily getting his bounties, so he's not too worried about scouting the map so much yet. And in general, we're not too worried about scouting the map, especially since the middle we picked up all the sheep, so we weren't too pressed about it. So we're gonna drop off these sheep here. We got 11 untouched sheep on top of probably 3-4 corpses here already. So it's in a pretty good spot. We do see yellow has a dock up, so that's gonna be important to be able to slow down yellow. We gotta hit him there. Abison sitting in a good spot. He's going for second TC. He's got his stone starting to get collected. French is going for second TC as well. He's gonna start collecting on stone here. And OG is not. He doesn't have to go for second CC. He's got water, right? So and roost water on top of it. So he's sitting in a really good spot. And we've got our archery range up, and we're producing our manga die now. A little bit late on the click up, but it's on the way. TC starts shooting this scout, and it was kind of confusing because like I thought that was like our scout, but it wasn't. So I got a little bit confused on my part there. Silver tree is moving up to this corner to drop off. There is a corner of trees here in the middle, so you can't get a true corner position here. And we're starting to scout around the Abbasid player's base. We know he's on water, so anything we can do to slow him down, hit his wood line, get some damage in on him, is going to be really helpful to make sure that we secure water 100%. Securing water is definitely really going to help put a big gap in between OG and Yellow. So, I mean, OG's already going to be hitting H2 shortly. And you see he's getting ready to hit H2 as he's bringing these ships over to get the damage in. So he's getting his Kremlin. It's almost up. Really nice forward Kremlin position here too. Secures this gold. And our Khan is over here, and we're harassing this villager. He's trying to drop a second market to make sure you can contest here. This HRE rush. He's a Conk 3, so the fact that Maximus is kind of getting a little bit of aggro here is really nice. Get some aggression here and kind of slow things down. Our Khan does unfortunately kill really slow, and he's not able to get the kill in here. But there are demo ships coming out, so that's definitely going to hurt a little bit. But he gets loaded galleys out, and I'm surprised they're just okay. So yeah, his attack ship was a Springwood ship, so he almost loses that one. A little bit of unattentiveness there, but while Yellow's getting attacked here, he's trying to micro these ships and stuff. He loses a ton of villagers on his gold. We're able to get a nice little raid there. Behind this, we are getting our blacksmith upgrades up, and market is starting to trade. And you see, we're just trading to the House of Wisdom. It's just safe. It's safe that we can always transition out. So we're able to kill this scout with 4 sheep as well, and we've killed like 6 villagers on here. So Yellow's kind of in a rough spot right now. His whole eco is basically there. He's got some villagers on berries, so I knew that the bears were down here, so I should have done a little bit better job of rotating down there and dealing with that. OG's kind of scouting over here. Tio's just putting a little bit of pressure on Purple's gold, which is going to slow him down on his age up pretty significantly. This tower is kind of in an okay spot, not a great spot. Over here, we see a tower tries to get, or archery range tries to get up, and he went for a military wing, which is kind of interesting. Since he did go dock plays, but I guess it kind of makes sense because if you establish the docks and secure it, you're gonna have really good eco for funding your army. And we went up to 10 villagers on food, but we start transitioning into villagers on the wood. I do think it was a little bit of a mistake. I think I should have gone up to 11, and I could probably stop my villager production on wood right now and rotate. Over here, we're just killing a ton of villagers, so Yellow's got, I thought he had only these 7 villagers left in this TC, but he did actually have 5 more over here, so he's actually in a better spot than I thought he was. But we trade out a bunch of Mangadite, but overall, yeah, he's in a really rough spot right now. So green OG over here has been able to establish water. Blue's coming across. He's 2 TC behind this as well, so he's kind of securing the macro play. Behind all of this, 7 machines at 400 points. Yes, he's really in the pits right now. He's gonna start setting a market as well. Okay, he's going to trade behind 2 TC as well. So it's a really big boom play. If he just gets like uncontested for a little bit, he's gonna be huge. And we start looking to get raids in. So he's raiding the Malian player, which is fine. Good to get some aggression in. Sofa's over here. We're getting a little bit of damage in, but it's really hard to push against Malian. because yeah, he's cow booming right now. But what are you gonna do? It's under his TC. What are you gonna do with the Mantic while it's under his TC? So it really isn't a lot you can do. It's just kind of happening there. You just kind of have to live with it. Yeah, he's just collecting the food that he can. He's trying to reconsolidate here. So we're just pulling our army across. We do find these sofas over here. So picking off these couple of sofas is nice too, just to slow down a little bit. The the Ottoman player has these berries, has these sheep over here. You do see an archer, so we do want to pick that off while it's on its own. Teal's over here. He's been just harassing this guy's gold. Like he is not. He's just basically secured this gold 10 minutes in. He finally has like semi-safe gold. So yeah, he's definitely been in a rough spot. And we're just chilling here. We're waiting for these villagers to come back. And they do. And they try to drop a tower as well. We do get a one shot on here, which is nice. And we get a little bit of damage in. We do see villagers on this wood line nearby, so we're just going to shoot down this this tower as much as we can. And we are starting to rally troops over here. We are up to only 2 infrastructure, which is a little bit unfortunate. It's not the best. But we are rallying troops over here by the Malian base, and we're just going to try to funnel them across. And we got some more reinforcements here. So dropping the vision here, we do see that there's 2 town centers, which we definitely weren't expecting. But we do see towers going up, and he's got double town centers. So if we commit to under this, trying to deny this, we're going to lose this whole mass. So it's not going to be worth sticking around. So we just decide to rotate. Yellow, he's trying to go into a fast castle. Okay, it looks like he's in a fast castle. Red's still, booming. Everyone's here booming. 2 TC booming, but like there's no aggro behind the boom, which is kind of a mistake. Over here, our French ally is getting some good damage in on this pit mine. Really a big deal if you can kind of deny this this passive income. It is expensive. Is he trading across the map all the way? I think he's trading across the map all the way. So he's getting a lot better income than I am. So, which is fine. Like I wasn't sure if this was gonna be secured or not on this front. So that's why I'm just going for the safe trade. It's plenty of income for me as well. So, and so while we knew he was fighting here, and that the HRE player gets up to Castle Age, so we do get a really good timing here to be able to deny this. We get a nice rotation. We have another massive units over here messing up. Red's able to push back Blue's Knights, but this has opened kind of an opportunity for us to come around here. Chio's coming and pushing in as well, and denying these relics for the fast castle is always big. We do pick off a scout, and Purple's got a whole bunch of vills over here. He's got 6 vills. 6? 12. 12 plus 12, 24 vills. And yeah, he loses a ton of villagers here. So a little bit of a misclick there with some of those vills. They doubled back when they didn't want to. But he does save a bunch of them, but he loses a huge amount as well. So it's not like he's in exactly where he wants to be, because he's lost his access to food at this point. And he doesn't have any relics. There's just one relic up here, and I think he's got a monk over here picking up relics. Okay, yes, he does have one more monk trying to come in. So yeah, that's a good. We've been able to delay them significantly. We're bringing in more army. We're starting to mass troops. We're building more infrastructure. Getting more villagers onto food here, and yeah, we're just able to do what we can here. But this is a big, massive javelin throw, so we can't fight this. But we do have 7 Keshiks on the way, and they're definitely gonna be able to fight this. This monk is able to sneak in behind this javelin thrower and secure that, which is fine. Malin is just booming. Yellow's base, I mean, he hasn't really been able to recover. Really, Blue's just. Oh, this is the other blue though. Okay, it gets confusing with the other colors. I'm like, how is he sitting under his base not getting aggroed? So we try to find this relic. We don't see this relic getting sniped, but he's pulling. He's sending these vills out and a prelate, and again we're able to commit here on this, and he loses a ton of villagers. There's whatever 12 villagers, 11 villagers that he loses, and this prelate's trying to pick another sneaky um, relics. So we're able to get that. And these javelin throwers are not going to trade well into the Keshik. And we're getting another massive units over here. So we're flooding units across. Behind this, our allies are picking up relics. Blue and Green's just he's prepping for a big push. You know, he's got the tempo. He doesn't have to worry about getting like pressure on immediately as well. Abbas has gone triple TC behind his aggression, which puts him in a really good spot. And yeah, we've just been able to keep the pressure on them and keep them like they've lost a lot of vills throughout this as well. So and Blue's falling back over here. I think he's gonna come help against Purple. And so here Purple brings in some more villagers as well. And Red's javelin throws get cleaned up, and he loses again more vills. So he's just sitting in a really rough spot. Teal's been able to pressure the front here and do a good job. So we do have to kind of fall back here a little bit. Okay. OG's building a bunch of walls. Okay. And yeah, they start tapping out. So Rush taps out. You know, he's getting pinched by two guys. He wasn't able to secure any relics. Everyone taps out. Yellow doesn't tap out. He taps out last, which is kind of funny because he was kind of in the worst spot out of everyone. But yeah, and at this point it was over. But yeah, it's just that timing, getting early aggression and getting early picks. Rotating out from here once we dived and we killed some villagers. It wasn't worth sticking around here, so we rotate out, find other places. Yeah, if we had rotated south into these barriers, would have been the dream, but it didn't happen. So again, not in the world. Couldn't find anything on red. You know, we picked off a couple of sofas. Couldn't find anything on blue. Picked off a couple of villagers here and there, but we're able to help Maximus here get some really good pressure on the HRE player, and getting hit by both sides is really tough to deal with for sure, especially when it's on your wood and your food. You didn't really have a secure place for those resources. So it was a fun game with these guys. This is a short game, so we'll do one more game with them so you guys can see it. And this one was a little bit longer, though I do feel like it was over sooner than what the game went on. Let's see. We just played, what was that? Golden Heights? Just so you guys can see the timeline real quick. Villager counts dropping down really hard. And Purple's villager counts dropping down really hard. Red and blue, we couldn't really get much raids in, but there's some pretty big damage. And if you look at the eco counts, you can see everyone on our team is pretty much just going up. And they were just getting beat up on that one. So it's a good game. We got a lot of kills on that game, almost 80 kills, 16. And actually all of our teammates pretty much went positive, went positive. One Finger's only got 6 kills, but only lost 2, so 3-1. OG double. Maximus, he only killed 6, but he lost 23. But he's fighting against HRE, Men at Arms, and he slowed that castle play down significantly. So what is a fast castle that can be like 6-7 minutes was coming in around the 9 minutes mark. So it was delayed enough that he could that I could come in behind and help him clean it out. So that was a pretty good match. So we'll do this next one, which was against. We actually matched up against Fitzpro when he was streaming and stuff. So that was this is a good match. So we'll go ahead and start it up. So this is on the pit, and they were HRE, French, Rus, and English. So it's pretty good spread of civs. Aggro possibility, boom possibility, fast castle, relic play. So pretty good spread of civs. We also had a pretty good spread of civs. So definitely a lot of viable plays in terms of what could happen here. And yeah, we'll just see how it plays out. So, we do get a back spawn. Or a middle spawn. Kind of forward, not forward gold, side ubu. sheep here, collecting the first 50 wood, and we're just going up the gut to pick up sheep up the middle. Since we kind of spawned here, drop off, picking up sheep. Just kind of our standard build at this point. And we're running around trying to find resources here. Deli. Here's Deli build. Not ideal. I mean, it's gonna get him his H2, but it's definitely not. I have a buddy who's got like, all he does is Deli, and he's got like a super crazy build, but it's really good. Yeah, because he's got a bunch. Everything's basically queued up and going. So, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. OG, he's going for typical roost. Everyone on food. There isn't really much variation in the roost build. And don't forget to salute once again. Yeah, doing his fast H2 build here. And we're running around checking. They've got a roost on their side too. So I totally forgot that they had a roost on their side. I wasn't shooting any deer at all, so I guess it's kind of my bad as well. So, okay, we got 7 sheep before 2 minutes. That's really good. Nice timing for that to happen before we run out. We're gonna finish scouting on the back of our base. Our allies have scouted pretty much to the mid map and kind of a little bit past. And yeah, just kind of the beginnings, openings of the game. It's always a little bit slow. Idle TC, 2, 3, 4 seconds. Just typical things there. So that's bad. I got TC went idle like 5 seconds, 6 seconds, so not good. We are gonna drop our silver tree. And again, we were just gonna commit into Mangadai play. You know, I talked to them before. You know, we got French, so he's definitely going Knights. And then yeah, we got a Rus ally. And if you go Knights, you know, there's a chance you'll probably go Knights. And he said, yeah, I can go Master Archers or Knights. I was like, yeah, if you do go Knights, it'll be fine because you know I'll have Mangadai out and about. But even if you don't, do whatever you want because I'll have the French Knights that'll kind of force the Spearman play. Not to mention, a lot of people don't expect Mangadai. A lot of people expect Keshiks from the Mongols. So it's definitely going to be in our favor in either way. And Delhi's just kind of a feudal beast anyway. So he's basically going to go an infantry army is almost always what you see from Delhi. So at this point, we're coming back. We're dropping off a couple more sheep. We're starting to scout across the map here. One finger's killing these deer so the opponent roost doesn't get it. OG's getting Kremlin on gold. Nice and strong position. Secures your base basically. And these 3 villagers are just gonna head on over to the Ubu, drop off and start tapping up an archery range immediately. So a little bit of over collection on wood here, but again, not end of the world again because we're always going for wheelbarrow behind this. And yeah, rallying villagers onto food. And I think we go up to 11 on this game, but we'll see what we do, how long it takes for us to rotate. We do spot, and our French ally was communicating with us, which was nice, that he's on deer. He's going to start collecting deer, so it's going to be pretty nice to be able to deny that off rip. We do over macro a little bit of gold here. We're on 6 on gold, but that's okay. I usually only go up to 5, especially considering I'm not making Keshiks. The little bit of over macros hurts a little bit more. That's okay. Not a big deal. Would have been nice in terms of like, I guess wood, but it's okay. First set of Mangadai coming out. Maximus is scouting around the back of the base, which is nice. I'm curious if we go to theirs real quick. Okay, so they have seen a big part of the map, just not everything yet. Okay. Okay, back to our vision. Visions are wonky again on the mini map, so sorry about that. We are dropping our blacksmith immediately, and we are messing up because we have not gotten a wheelbarrow yet. So that's kind of a big mistake because that wheelbarrow should be almost halfway done at this point. So Fitzy here has gone double barracks. He's got a spearman out to deal with the knights, and told him not to worry about it because we got it would have been nice to stay stuck on that guy right there, but it's okay. But we told him not to worry about it because we got Mangadai here, so he's off of food, which is a really big deal. His food transition here is denied, which is great. We're sending more Mangadai over, non-stop in the queue. Wheelbarrow's up, starting to train, so a little bit late, but that's okay. We did go up to 12 on food, so to make sure we're going to keep constant production here. Silver Tree's almost placed, but still going. We drop Vision here. We see a mine work. I'm kind of greedy. We see a bunch of villagers on the wood. Archery range is coming up, so this is a transition to help stop the Mangadai play. So we're going to come over and go to help deal with that. We probably stayed over here on this, to be honest. Magic school bus. Okay, Orange is coming over with longbows. Was aggressing here at the Kremlin. Luckily, Kremlin's a great landmark, and he's able to kind of hold that no problem. Purple was raiding on the Delhi player, so we were getting raids on the other side. I didn't even realize because I was dealing with this and I wasn't getting raided, so I didn't even realize that they were even arguing across the map. As Scuba starts sending longbows to kind of help out over here, and we're just gonna rotate and get some damage in. There's a golden gate. We weren't expecting that, and as long as we have this massive Mangadai, we can pick off these archers as they come and keep a good number. And we pick off a villager. I think we pick off a couple. But the big thing is we're fighting this archer mass before it gets out of control. So we've killed a lot of archer stuff before they've got into numbers that we don't want to be dealing with. We do leave one Mangadai over here just to keep tabs. And even though these are longbows and a lot of people think they counter Mangadai, and in some sense they do, in straight up fights they actually don't do that great against Mangadai. In terms of numbers, you can fight them almost in 1 to 2 numbers. So we do see this fortress go up though, so we're gonna kind of back out and stay out of that fight. We are dropping our stable now, so a little bit bad in terms of our macro. Again, the rotation onto our wood. This stable should have been up a lot sooner. But one plus is we are trading, and we are up to 3 traders, and they're bringing in 168 gold. So they're gonna be bringing a ton of resources. So we've only got 3 Mangadai back here. We got more massing up over here. I think we were sending them back. Oh yeah, because they were saying that they were getting pushed back by these. They're getting raided by longbows and stuff, and I was telling them I can come back and help. So I was bringing these guys back to go help. And we're trying to go find some trade if anything was happening back here. We aren't finding anything. And we said we were going to come help over here, but they said they were fine, that they weren't too worried about it. They could deal with this pressure. And I think I turned around, I believe. I'm not sure if I fully commit to coming all the way over there or not. But I am bringing a bunch of troops over. We have a nice little ball of Mangadai massing up here. And we are dropping a second stable, so that's the kind of transition to catch them off guard. And this isn't a huge force, but these 3 Mangadai and 1 Khan can deal some pretty good damage if they catch some units unawares. They are able to push this back. We do find a hunting cabin getting popped up over here. These are like spending a lot of micro to get this hunting cabin up, and we're able to spot out this villager before he finishes it. So denying a villager, little things like that definitely help. Our army gets back here, so we've secured like the backside, like if there's a serious push here. So we're gonna take these guys and loop them around over to the French or the HRE base again. And we do spot traders going. So it takes us we're a little bit late on the reaction here. But we spot the traders, and I'm not sure if this is the first trader. Where's his market at? His market's over here. So his Chamber of Commerce is over here. So if a trader's coming back, this trader's already traded. He's already gotten 100 gold from his trade. So we were a little bit late on our reaction here, but that's okay. we assumed it was up in the corner, and so we're gonna go up to the corner to find his trade, but it really actually wasn't. So a little bit unfortunate. But behind this, we've got 7 Mangadai and a Keshik. So even though we lose our Mangadai here and our scouts running up, we do spot a bunch of villagers going over to a wood line. Gives us a good idea of where to go right next. One finger is going to go find trade and go shut that down. Um, and over here at the front, we run into just archers. These couple of spearmen are going to be able to push back our Keshik. But we can commit to the fight here and deny this food. But it's not like end of the world in doing so. It's more important that I think that we hit the backside. So I think we're gonna go rotate from here. We're still getting chased by these knights. Again, one con, a free unit being chased by 3 knights is 100% worth it. We see longbows here. So we want to take this fight and we just commit our Keshik into it. And peel our Mangadai out and about. I really should have microed this a little bit better. I lose a couple of Keshik for free. And he pulls his knights away. And he leaves my con back here, which is definitely going to come back to bite him. Because over here we find his wood line. Our con's at 22 health, doing 4 shots of damage. We also find Orange's wood line. We run into some archers here, but we can just ignore these, keep going. And then over here, he's got 12 villagers, so we'll keep that in mind throughout this. Behind us, again, trading. We're only at 7 traders, and we're floating a lot of resources right now. Macro-wise, I think we're in a good spot, though. 3 stables, 2 ranges, and we're rallying troops here. He's starting to get pushed back in the front here, but our Rus ally, or French ally, is going up to castle, so we're in a pretty good spot there. Pink drops a tower over here, so we get kind of hurt, but we just keep on moving. And his 12 villagers over here, they're 11, but I almost promise you that some of these villagers have been replenished. Like he's macroing onto it, I would guess. So we're rallying troops onto here now, so we can withstand this possible HRE push that's coming in. And his villagers shank my con, which kind of sucks, but again, not end of the world. We pick off another trader, and we got 3 Keshiks coming in, and we know that there's an English base over here. So we get onto the English first, and this is just it's just really rough for him because he loses an absolute ton of villagers. So we have to be a little bit careful with our Mangadai. So we peel our Mangadai back, and they're gonna just go hit the other line while our Keshik clean up these archers. But he loses a lot of vills there, and then the purple's gonna lose a lot of villagers over here as well. This is 2, 3. So little things here and there, just keeping their ecos in check. Behind this, they're facing their OG and Maximus are pushing really hard. They got Rams involved over here, so it's getting pretty rough. We're able to clear up these archers, and he tries to like force build a tower here under like 2 Keshiks, so 3 Keshiks and a couple of Mangadai. So kind of a big mistake there. Trying to force that play through. Little knight over here. Red's doing good. So we're just massing another army because we're expecting a push by blue at this point, and we weren't sure when it was coming. So he's got a big army here. He could definitely putting a little bit of pressure on. If he was pushing us forward, we'd be kind of in a weird spot. But I think we could probably kill this army. It's mostly just archers. Behind this, pink is the only one who's not getting aggroed on, so he's sitting real pretty right now. He's really happy. We're sitting this Mangadai around. We're trying to find where his market's at, and we didn't realize that he had Chamber of Commerce. I still hadn't realized he had Chamber of Commerce. And we lose our Keshiks here. He did clean this up with some guys, so that's fine. But behind this, yeah, a lot of aggression coming in over here by OG and Maximus, and I mean, this is starting. TC is going down. Chamber of Commerce is about to go down. So I didn't even realize that they were getting this much pressure in on over here, but they're getting a ton of pressure on. Behind this, we moved our army up to see what was kind of happening, and we do catch a nice little mass of reinforcements that we can pick off. Again, we're putting more units here to catch up. Bonkers has reached Castle Age, so yeah, Pink's pulling ahead in terms of for his team, trying to age up, and we get a little bit of a raid here. We only kill like I think one villager there. Yeah, he pulls this villager off. It's a smart play, avoiding a fight there. And we see that he's gone second TC, so we know he's booming hard. He's like I guess the most advanced, I guess, on this enemy team, like the furthest ahead. Greatest chance of carrying the game would be him right now. So blue, we haven't really been hitting. I guess there's a chance he could too, but we had quite a bit of damage early on, and we made him commit to a lot of army. And it's an army for defensive purposes, not raiding. So it really sets him in a weird spot. Um, Behind this, yeah, we're all 20 traders. We got a ton of traders in queue. So it's kind of unfortunate that we didn't go drop on a couple of markets. That would have been a good move. We run into Magic School Buses Woodline again. It's just one tower, bunch of Keshiks. And yeah, I don't know how many villagers that is. It feels like it's 20 villagers. So he loses an absolute ton of villagers again. Really, really hurts. And oh, sorry, just 1 second. I'll be right back, guys. I have a phone call. All right, sorry about that, guys. There we go. Put on play. Well, a little bit of a dive here. Punching army, so we're gonna back out. He's also finding raids. Our French ally. They're checking around the top of the base here for markets, finding what they can. Have a couple manga right here and there. Big thing is behind this, we haven't received any aggression really because we've been putting all the aggression on them. The fact he's lost his initial TC is pretty big. He's making a TC back here. We did kill a couple of villagers, but we couldn't stay and take this fight. More villagers back here. Pink's booming pretty good though. Pink's booming real good. He's the one who's actually pulling ahead in some sense. We can actually go for curl tie now, which is nice. So we're tapping this up. Big army of spears here at the front. Well, not big army, just a small army of spears, but nothing to really worry about. We just have to kite this really, so we're not too worried about this. A couple of Keshiks get picked up by these knights, so he does clean up that raise behind his lines. But there are rams coming, more spears, and we've taken pretty much the north side of their base. So at this point, it's probably I'd say close to pretty much game over at this point. Yeah, they stay in and they try to keep fighting. I don't know what he's. I don't know if he was spelling something or what. UII? I don't know. He might have been spelling. He didn't say anything in game, but I don't know if he's just fucking around or what. Infrastructure going up here. He's reached castle. I've reached castle. Where everyone's in castle. Orange and blue are not in castle. Or orange and purple are not in castle. So yeah, that's definitely a big thing. We're up to 28 traders. Idle Vills after dropping Crow Tide. We do have our superior mobility upgrade, and we are dropping a whole bunch of infrastructure. So we're just committing into a lot of Mangadai. Again, it's mostly because our French ally is got the knights, so we just gotta make sure that we can help deal with the spears. Nice little mass here of 18 troops, so we're gonna go raid with these couple of Mangadai back here. I think I completely forgotten them. They've taken this base pretty well. Chamber of Commerce Town Center, and yeah, always good to have taken a couple of spots here. We were trying to push across, but we were getting like a weird macro. Like we were trying to click across, and our units were starting to run around. And so at that point, I figured that they had walled across the map completely. So, and it is once we cleared up the vision that they had walled. So we're gonna start heading across. We dropped the Kotai here for our French allies, so somewhere you can fall back to, and we are gonna still. And we're gonna rally across. Oh yeah, there was French knights were coming across. So we spot out the French knights, and we're gonna go deal with that. If you look at our trade numbers before the raids, we're at 32. So we're going to lose some traders here and there. But overall, I mean, we're in a really good spot. And we're chilling with tons of gold. We're giving tons of gold to our allies as well. I think we gave out almost 4,000 gold in total to everyone. So because we were really gold rich. And so our armies are rallying over, and they're almost back over here to clean this mess up, which is fine. Behind this, Maximus and OG have found this other TC, as well as another TC for orange, and another TC for purple. So they found all of this, and they've got a decent sized army, and these rams are just gonna absolutely shred. So the big thing is taking this fight. The rams, yep, spears protecting the archers. Archers can fight those longbows pretty convincingly, and the rams are gonna take down these TCs real quick. Over here, we do clean this mess up. I think there was one knight running around still harassing. It was just this one that got through, and that's when, because we started walling a little bit later on the walls, and we get down to 28. Again, still a really strong number of traders. Nothing that's going to really slow us down, and we cleaned this up, no problem. He did go Imp Age, so he's the only one on Imp right now, so he's sitting with a ton of points. But again, he's kind of sacrificed a little bit of, not a lot, a bit of map control and his allies in favor of this this fast tech up. One TC here, a couple of traders over here, but they can't trade into anything. Orange is pulling bills, so they were able to push back the attack here. But that's only on one front. If you were hitting blue in the front right now, it would be really big. So that's something I guess we could have done. But we decided to play defensive and secure the game. We're going to just go for a Sacred Site play, because we expected them to quit out by now, but they hadn't. So they're going to make it a long haul. Let's see, we're going to... Where's my army? Okay, so my army's over here. We're going to push towards the mid. I think we left a couple units here. I felt like I moved my curl tower to the mid, but maybe I'm misremembering. Pink is trying to burn down some of these walls to establish the top. And so yellow and green's army got wiped, but we're in a stronger defensive spot now because we got walls up. Enemy does capture this Sacred Site, but we're right here. He's picking up relics. A little bit unfortunate. And we're going to be able to kill this one monk. And pastures are going up. 92 on the eco. We need more villagers in here. I probably could pull these villagers. Luckily they're finishing up gold, so we can transition them onto food. We're up to 34 traders, so plenty of traders. We do find a lot of villagers on gold here, or on these berries. They're able to take this fight. These are cast or imp age knights, so they're gonna do a lot of damage to us. They're doing good damage on these villagers. Good little hunk of damage. Good little raid. Behind this, he's putting up a ton of rams to hit the backside, and they've once again pushed into the remnants of Purple's initial base. We're sending the Kurultai up and around to go help this push over here. Red's just kind of holding this at the south, which is fine. He's stonewalled, he's secured these resources, we got the Sacred Site, and yeah, we've got one Sacred Site captured, 2 more to go. And so we got a bunch of knights chasing us. We're gonna pull them into the spears. He walls the 2 landmarks here just to make sure it doesn't get repaired. It's a little bit memey, but no biggie. We're gonna pull this. We try to pull these knights into this army, but he backs out. He actually was in a really good spot to stay. I want to say. Oh, actually, there's a bunch of spears outside the walls, so we're rotating, trying to find some places to raid. A couple longbows back here. Still those idle Mangandite, and we're rallying troops over here to the mid. And we're going to start building siege workshops up because we need to start building siege for a real push into this base. Start getting some serious damage in. Behind this again, we find Orange's build one more time, and yeah, dive in again. Gonna clean up these longbows. Gonna kill a bunch of villagers again, so send them back. And the fact that they've lost this hollow top up the map is pretty rough. So like gold wise, they have what, this gold that's got 2,000 left on it. They got this large gold node which he's securing. I could have stayed and fought for that a little bit better. But besides that, there's no other gold. France doesn't have gold. Blue's living off of relic gold, I'm pretty sure. He's got like a couple of relics. So there's just like no way that he can win this. I think they're just gold starved. If you look at current resources, let's look at current resources. Let's look at gold. 1,900, 1,300, 100. So yeah, the only guy who's getting actually any income per minute really is pink. Blue's getting 600 from relics. Purple and orange are getting nothing. So yeah, it's definitely a little bit rough there. We're getting 3,000 gold a minute right now, so we're in a pretty good spot. Anywho, he's pushing into orange's bases now, cleaning this up. That's gonna push that back. Purple's running these villages where he can, loses a couple. Again, they don't do a lot. The TCs don't do a lot of damage to the Keshiks. He starts burning down these rams. I react a little bit late. To go help, I think. Yeah. So we're a little bit late here with our Keshik, but at least we do show up to help clean this up. Better late than never. So we'll start hitting that there. We're getting our armies built up here, but we didn't realize that he was on this gold. We didn't think, I mean, it's a little bit ballsy, but it actually makes a lot of sense. Like, that's the best. Like, he's got to get that gold ASAP, otherwise he's in a really bad spot, right? I mean, they're already in a really bad spot, but if you don't get this gold, as much of this gold as you can vacuumed up, like, you're going to be in a really bad spot. So, he garrisons, but he's still got, whatever, 20, 30 bills there, and we're not going to commit on this TC, so we're going to go raid, see what we can find. Like we've been doing, avoid that and find somewhere else. We went up to Imp behind this, and getting our upgrades in. Got plenty of infrastructure, ranges, siege workshops, stables, a couple of rams coming in, and we're just massing up units. I keep going up by red here on the mid as well. We've captured 2 sacred sites, and third one is going to be captured shortly. And we're just running around trying to find what we can. 9 gold a minute. Oh, he's getting gold from hunting cabins as well. I forgot about that. We do run into Fitzy's TCs. It's another TC. We find another gold mine going on over here. There's not a lot of gold left in it, but it's still nice to take down. We did send these rams in without support with these Mangadai a little bit preemptively. So a little bit unfortunate because it would have been nice to have both of these rams going away at this keep. And we go up and we find a pocket in the wood line, which is really nice. Kill a bunch of units here, kill a bunch of villas. I don't know, probably get close to like 6-7 villager kills there. And the big thing is that we're getting idle time. Idle time just starts really hurting, especially this late into the game when you're so far behind. Because for them to really come back, everything's got to go really clean. They basically got to get enough gold to give to, I'd say, Fitz for a guild hall. I'm assuming he went guild hall. Let's see where his... Yeah, there's his guild hall, which is on gold, naturally. And then blue went Palace of Swabia. I mean, and then orange has really got to get to get gold, but that's just another thing. More rams, more forward infrastructure. What is our trade looking like? 40 traders, so we're happy with 40. It's plenty. It'd be nice to get a couple more upgrades here and there. We're getting our blacksmith upgrades. We did get a second blacksmith, and we got a prayer tent, so we can get the monastic shrines more than anything for improved upgrades. And we do start capturing here. Blue has been pushing into this sacred site here, and it's mostly a spearman army. So yeah, red can't really commit here, but he's got a red palace here, so he can't really not like lose this. Like basically, yeah. And now he's got a crown in here. Like this cannon's gonna just do work here. Behind this, we push this forward position. There's no stone like gold left on this, so it's really not that worth. It's really now just worth. It's all about just burning down this keep. Um, Red Palace helping this. Cannon took down the cannons, and now there's just no way these spears do anything really of any effect. Rams do pretty good damage here, and if he starts tapping this up, that's actually okay. Because stone is expensive, so if he starts using that stone up there on a Brennan Keep, it's actually in our favor. So again, we're not too worried about it if he taps this up or not. Behind this, OG Khan and Maximus are pushing with a mean army. Archers, spears, elephants, battering rams, bombards. So yeah, I mean our eco's full-fledged and going. So he does try to repair this keep actually, which I'm surprised on. Again, I don't know if it's actually worth it. We spot out these mangoes, get nice little snipes on these mangoes. And yeah, again, still kind of felt like a game where we figured they would have played a minute ago, but they don't. We were trying to drop the Crotai here to help get the buff. Luckily, these springs kind of helped us, because if they're killing that bombard actually made our lives easier. And it buffed our allies. We're also kind of slowly pushing through here, and you know, Pink's holding this army. And so is Blue. You know, they got a really nice army. We do really mess up with a Kurultai as well. We just leave it here. I didn't realize how, like... in general, I do a really bad job of keeping tabs on my Kurultai throughout this game. But we push forward. We take out a keep. Here's a house. Here's a couple houses. A little bit of infrastructure, so... Taking some ground. There's not a lot of gold in there. There's 100 gold left. It's really not worth anything, but... even just taking that out is taking some ground and stuff is definitely worth it. So because now gold wise, I'm sure there's no gold on their team. Pittsburgh's got some gold, which I promise you is from his guild hall. If I was a betting man, no, it's on 600, so it's not. I don't know. Is he trading? He must be trading somewhere, right? Oh, there's a gold up here. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, yeah, there is a lot of gold up there, so that makes sense that he could be getting it from up there. Over here we got a big army. It's Mangadai. These are all men-at-arms though. So we can, you know, stay here and hit a little bit, but we can't really win this fight per se. Our cav we still gotta get improved biology, and we gotta get our melee upgrades still. And our cav, our Mangadai also need the improved sea habolims. So we do tell OG just to fall back because we're not going to be able to protect his springwolds. So he falls back behind the wall. We're going to send these rams, and you know, he's got a lot of struts in here. These guys can do some serious work. So we push forward again once we're masked up and going. Behind this, Maximus is sending another 8 rams, just a death ball to go burn stuff up over here. And yeah, they're still trying to hold, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, there's just no way. We haven't been paying much attention here to the south, but Blue is fully walled, stone walls, trying to get his stone walls all the way across. Trying to solidify at least one front. And Red is just taking this fight, no problem. I mean, Rapallo could have been shooting off, unfortunately. It would be nice if these Rapallo could be shooting off, but yeah. I mean, Rapallo mixing with Knights is actually pretty mean because Spearmen are gonna get like shredded. Yeah, but these guys just get obliterated. Let's get pushed back. We're pushing here in the front. Yeah, I was pushing over here. Magic School Bus finally got up to Castle Age, so he's got his white tower here. I think a forward white tower in this case is in the back hall. Like, you're gonna have to, right? get defenses forward. No sense in putting shit in the back. You're already super far back. And Pittsburgh got up to Imp. Oh, so I can see that play. Why? It chews up a lot of damage, or shoots out a lot of damage. So, and if he drops TCs, he can suddenly start dealing with those raids. But then resources becomes the issue, right? Like even if you have the best defense in the world, if you have no resources, there's not much you can do. And behind this, we're also Sacred Site. You know, where's our Sacred Tractor? Doesn't say how much time is left on it, but it was pretty much over. I think there's like 6 minutes on the Sacred Tracker at this point. We do find Blue's farms here, and this is I don't know, 8, 16, 24, 32 farms, so 32 villages on food that are probably gonna get killed. This whole front base is getting chewed up by rams. There's another just Death Legion over here. We did start making siege just to actually give our have something like some sort of staying power, right? Because we didn't really have much staying power. We're just kind of trolling along at this point. And Fitzroy does pull these villagers, so he's gonna get onto this gold actually. So sneaky little plays over here that we didn't notice. And he's chasing us around the spearmen here, but they're gonna get chewed up. And yeah, he already lost a ton of villagers on food there. And sure, these villagers are gonna trade with these rams, fine, burn it out, but this is a big old hunk of your land that they lost. So they went from, you know, having this side, and now they're basically 50% of the map, on just their half they've lost at this point. Pink's bringing up a bunch of Springolds, but it's a lot of men-at-arms here. I mean, there's a lot of Streltsy, but once those men-at-arms get on your line, it's hard to do anything. There's Roost Rams coming in, there's Mangoes coming in, and we got a big old massive cavalry that's going to push in here. So what we're doing here is just going to nuke this, nuke the Red Palace here, right? Nuke that and we can hold. We denied Blue's Woodline, which is really big, right? Because that's what he's kind of living off of. Our Woodline is atrocious at the same time behind this. Oh man, that was really rough. Red Palace is down. All the troops move in once the Red Palace goes down. That's a lot of killing power that leaves, and they decided to start tapping out, which is nice. Because this match, I do feel like it was over pretty good point before all of this. So again, super fun playing with OG and his buddies. Just being able to play with guys and talk and like coordinate and play is a lot more fun than just random queuing, solo queuing into teams because you never know what you're gonna get, and it's really hard to coordinate because you're just like saying in pings or typing stuff out. So definitely way more fun being able to play like that. So let's see, that was the pit. We'll look at the timeline real quick. And yeah, you can see the total unit counts are really rough, but you can see the villager counts here. Those early couple raids on blue, on purple and orange, you know, keeping these build counts super low like that is really big for sure. And even pink, that was booming really well, and we didn't really get hardly any raids in. Later on, had to sacrifice a lot of vills in the name of trying to gather gold. And that's the other thing too. Like military count, it's it's all over the place. Fitzy here was actually at the best military count, but the big thing is with his military is mostly spears and sitting in his base. So they weren't actually really raiding, getting much damage in. And you can see we were everybody's kind of in the middle of the pack here. Fitzborough's army, he had a decent army, but he got neutral line pretty. The first one to get neutral line, and then orange was there as well. So gold count, that's what I wanted to see. I mean, we all had tons of gold. I can't believe he had more gold than me. That's crazy. I mean, I was also gifting a ton of gold. You can see these big spikes offs is where I was just I was giving them gold. Like I bet you, yeah. Look, mine will go down, and then everyone else's gold will go up. If we could like show properly, I guess. But yeah, statistics. Here we go. Let's see. Military, 180, 203, 221, 20, 237, 111, 384, 240. So we had a really good kill death ratio. So did Red. These guys, I mean, they had pretty even, which is fine. Like, I mean, that's not bad at all. But the big thing was like, look at the raised. Like, your army trade basically even, but your buildings raised 9642 is huge. Like, that is a ton of damage on infrastructure. That's enormous that they got that many buildings raised and with like a decent like trade, right? We got a lot of kills, not a lot of raises. We did lose one building. And then Bonkers was the one who did the most work for sure. Get the most set up. Good trade, even. Fitzy was suffering for sure. He was thing is he was building mostly trash units, and it's hard to do much when you're building trash units, so just part of the deal. Eco counts we can see now. Food. Well, Fitzy actually had the best food, which is kind of surprising. Wood, he also has the best wood. Well, I guess it kind of actually makes sense because he didn't have gold to mine either, right? So where else is he going to put his villagers? Um, and then gold, we were a monster on gold, 55k. So and stone as well. We had really good strong stone. So yep, just another couple of team ranked matches with my buddies. Hope you guys liked it. This was definitely one of the longer videos. So if you stuck around to the end, thank you for watching, and see you guys on the next one.